Join me as I make a giant quiche with a freshly milled flour crust and leftovers from my fridge, starting with a double batch of the pie crust because I like to throw some in the freezer for next time. We're doing 600 grams of soft white wheat, a half cup of sugar, 2 teaspoons of salt. We're gonna put the flour in there and just stir it all together. Then we are going to cube up some cold butter, 3 sticks for this double recipe, and then we're gonna take a pastry cutter and just push down and get that butter incorporated into the mixture. You need some good muscles for this. Then some cold ice water, about 170 or so grams, and we're just gonna mix that in, kind of press it down to get it to be that nicely formed crust, some flour on the surface, and we're going to form this into a disc. Then I'm going to cut it in half because again, I'm putting half of it in the freezer for next time. And the half that I'll be using is also going in the freezer to chill while I throw together my egg mixture, starting with some leftover veggies that I had in my fridge, and this spinach that I bought and never used, and a tomato that was left over from Greek wraps the other day. And I'm just sauteing everything in my cast iron, throwing the spinach in there. It looks like a lot, but it cooks down like crazy. Put a lid on there to steam it a little bit, stir it around low and slow. And then I have some pickled onions left over from the Greek wraps. I'm gonna throw some garlic in there for extra flavor because why not? So yummy. And I'm just cooking that down just a little bit. And then I'm cutting up the tomato, getting out the inside flesh because it's a little too watery. I don't want to overwater my egg mixture. And I have a dozen eggs that I'm working with here, cracking those up, whisk those together. And then I'm gonna throw in a lot of feta cheese. It's probably 1.5 cups feta cheese, some really good cottage cheese. That's 2 cups of cottage cheese, my chopped up tomato, stir that up. And then I grabbed some Kinder's seasoning because why not? A little salt and some leftover ham from Easter that I had in the freezer, stirring that all together. And then I'm going to add the cooked veggie mixture and stir that all together and set that aside for a moment while I roll out my pie crust. And again, this is kind of a giant pie crust. It's probably about the same amount as 2 regular round pie crusts, but it makes a really good 13 by 9 inch pie crust. And I'm just pressing everything in and I'm trimming the edges. And I'm going to use those trimmings to just even out the rest of the gaps and just kind of make it look pretty, but still homemade and sweet. And there you have it. I'm going to put the egg mixture inside. It's going to fill up all the way to the top of that crust. And with my oven preheated to 400 degrees, I'm going to cook it for about 30 minutes on 400. And then I brought it down to 350 for about 15 minutes. So 45 minutes total. You could also do 350 degrees for about an hour, but I was trying to get dinner on the table quicker. And there you have it. It was the most delicious quiche I've ever had. And it was just kind of an experiment. So don't be afraid to experiment in the kitchen.